Ever since freshman year, I've been lucky enough to visit my best friend Mara in Atlanta, Georgia. Each trip there, I've been able to get around the crazy busy Atlanta airport all by myself pretty easily. However, the trip to Atlanta the summer before my senior year was a little different. It started out like normal. I left from the Wichita airport and got to Atlanta in the morning. I got off my plane and met Mara at baggage claim without problems. While in Atlanta, we went to an art museum, the botanical gardens, did some face masks, and just made memories. My favorite thing to do in Atlanta is to eat at a lot of different restaurants, and I try to find a new place to eat every time I visit. However, I try to have one meal from a very popular fast food chain in Atlanta called the Varsity. My last day came, and that was the day we decided to go to the Varsity restaurant. We went there and then went straight to the airport. We got to the airport about an hour and 30 minutes till my plane took off, and I was kind of nervous I wasn't going to make it, but I was going to try. When I got to security, there was a huge line with only 2 lanes open. I got so nervous as the time was ticking away. There I was, finally in front of the line with 15 minutes before my plane leaves, with my cell phone at 2%. I was basically hopeless, but just in case my flight had been delayed, I sprinted from security to the train where it took me to my terminal. Then I ran to my gate with my luggage in my hand. I finally got to the gate and saw my flight had already left. I called my dad frantically, and he helped me to get onto the last flight back to Wichita that day. I got the last ticket to the last flight back at 9 p.m. Things couldn't get much worse at this point, so I found a plug-in to charge my phone and relax. Then my dad called me to tell me that my mom was coming through the Atlanta airport from a work trip in Rome. Turns out we were on the same flight back to Wichita that night. When her flight came in from Rome, I met her at a Ruby Tuesdays in our terminal, and we talked and ate while we waited for our plane. Because of this experience, I now know to get to the airport at least 2 hours early, maybe even earlier. In addition to this obvious lesson, I learned to remain calm in stressful situations because frantic situations will always work out in the end. Overall, the trip to Atlanta was really fun, and I'm glad everything happened the way it did.